Hello, friends, and greetings for the day. Welcome back to another live session of our channel where we connect together to discuss a lot of things and, in fact, listen to your queries and help you understand your concerns. So, this channel basically comes with a live session at all the time. That is like every week or every weekend, Saturday, we connect for an hour, which is a live session where you certainly connect with me, get a chance to ask your questions, get your doubts clarified, and certainly get responses to all your queries whatsoever you may have. So again, I'm here, looking forward to your queries, looking forward to your questions, and helping you understand the concepts in a much better way. And the very first thing what I want to start this live session with is that announcement on our new tutorial series. And there's a very first tutorial which is coming up on especially the sample question discussion. I think this is the very first tutorial on YouTube or Udemy as well, where somebody is taking a session on explaining you, especially the questions from the examination, and helping you understand that how exactly you can manage the tips, tricks, the time management, and exactly to gain that confidence to pick up the right answer. Most of you really know the content, you understand the concept, but certainly get confused with a lot of tricky questions in the examination. And most importantly, the people should be confident with the sample questions as well. Now, again, based on the suggestions from our audience, we have picked up this special tutorial for all our audience. I think this is something which nobody will tend to do because that's where they make money from you. But this session is completely available to you online on YouTube. So make sure that you make most out of this tutorial series, which will add certainly a lot of confidence to your preparation if you look forward to these sample paper discussions. And we will be talking about 120 questions here. We'll be taking three standard mock papers from ISTQB official website itself, and we'll be talking about every single question in these three papers. So each sample paper consists of 40 examination questions, and there are three papers. So you have 120 examination questions to be discussed one after the other. So make sure that you follow this tutorial series, go through the playlist, and create a better confidence before you hit the examination. So hello, everyone, and greetings for the day. Welcome aboard and welcome to our live session. We are looking forward to hear from you once again for an hour time, all your queries, all your concerns, all your questions, and be happy to respond to your queries as a part of this session. And in fact, before I could start this live session, we got a member, so I would like to certainly call out that person name. That is Paul Madhu. So Paul has recently joined this channel membership program as a silver member, and I'm really glad to have you as a member of the team. And certainly, as being a member, you get additional benefits beyond the tutorials. But again, just to highlight to everyone, membership is not a mandatory step to gain the tutorials or gain access to this live session. It's completely optional to get beyond the tutorials and the live session. So if you are one among them who needs some additional support, you need some additional discussions, you can certainly be a part of the membership. All right, the very first message coming in today is Federico. Federico says, "Hi, Neeraj. Hello, and I hope you're doing good as well. I had a first interview for a QA position and I passed it, and how they want to now they want to make a second interview, which they call a technical interview. What should I expect?" Now, this will be your core interview, Federico. When you talk about the technical interview, it's completely the technical part of it where they will be asking you as per the JD shared with you. So you would have certainly expected or got some JD from them, the job description. And as per the job description, if they want to know about manual testing, they want to know about automation testing, or they want to know some SQL concepts or certain programming or scripting languages. So whatsoever is mentioned in your job description, that will be a part of this interview. So please make sure, first of all, go through the job description. If you don't have one, ask them for one. They will not hesitate to share with you that what's the job description. And all the questions will be coming from the job description itself. So make sure that you are prepared on the job description, what is given to you, and go for the interview. So the technical part will be discussed here during this interview or this particular round, and you should be answering them appropriately. So this is more critical than the other rounds. Okay. So yeah, it's just that like if you ask me for some tips here, it's more about like how well you know the context, right? So manual testing, what is static testing, what is dynamic testing, when do you do functional, when do you do non-functional, right? And similarly, all that concept which you prepared from the manual testing point of view. And I'm not sure what exactly JD consists of. So if you see the JD, please make sure that you know something about each of them, which is mentioned as an item. All right. Okay, we have another one coming in from Dreamcatcher. Says, "Hello, sir. Hello. I have been watching your ISTQB Foundation series, and I have to clear the exam in this month, which is November end. I want to know what else should I need to work on after watching the tutorial videos." So, if you have been through the tutorial videos, I would request you to pick up the mock papers and attempt them. As you go through those mock papers, you will get an understanding that how the syllabus is asked to you during the examination. You'll get a lot of idea to judge your skill, you judge your understanding, right? And sometimes also tells you the loopholes, that where are you lacking. So from that information, you can still go back to the syllabus, go back to that particular tutorial, that particular segment, and relearn it. That what made you to go wrong in those questions which you could not answer. And that's where you will add more value to your preparation for the certification. So mock papers will certainly help you a lot to let you know that are you really prepared for it. If in case you go wrong, don't be demotivated. It's just helping you to understand which areas need more attention. Okay, so the mock papers are only to tell you where do you need more preparation. It's not to tell you that where you are not good or where you are weak. Okay, it's on the positive side of it, because mock papers are still a part of the preparation. It's not a decision that you will pass the examination or not, right? But it will give you a pattern, it will give you an idea that what exactly you need to work upon before you hit the real examination. Moreover, as I just spoke about, we are getting up with the tutorials on the sample questions. So please follow that tutorial as well. And by the end of November, you will have certainly a lot of questions being discussed as a part of this playlist. So make sure that you make most out of this playlist as well. Okay, and all the very best for your examination in the November end. Okay, if you need anything else, just feel free to drop another message to me and I'll pick it up. All right, Federico says, thank you so much. This channel is for real. Thank you so much for that comment, Federico. That means a lot to me and keeps us inspired to keep up the good work. Again, there have been a lot of people recently who have been dropping comments. Believe me, on our team, there's just 15,000, or kind of close to 15,000 subscribers, but the comments are hectically growing. I'm not sure, I'm not a 1 million subscriber guy, but still, I don't find enough time to respond everyone. So I'm a little lagging to accept that on this live session, that I'm slightly lagging to respond everyone, but at least I get some time, I read all the comments. And that certainly tells me there are so many people who are praising this content and telling us that through these tutorials, they could succeed in the examination. So all I want to do right now here is want to thank every individual who came back to the channel after the examination, dropped a comment to let us know that they succeeded with the examination, and certainly a great congratulations to them. And thank you so much for coming back to the channel and dropping your feedback. It's certainly not for me. It does tell me that, okay, how people are liking your content, but more importantly, it helps many newcomers to this channel that whether the content is reliable, helpful, when they invest a lot of time going through a lot of tutorials, right? So your feedback brings that inspiration to other people that yes, the content is genuine and it's going to help them to prepare for the certification. So feel free. I request everyone to come back and drop your feedback, okay? Not just when you pass. Even if you fail, come back and tell so that I can take some necessary action on it. I can help you with beyond the limits. And it also tells people that how many people are actually failing, right? And how many people are actually passing. So currently the ratio is around 98%. I think few of them have also commented to me that they could not succeed, but they admitted over the comment that it was their mistake. They could not feel confident before going for the examination. So again, I'm not saying that it was not me, rather I'm saying be kind in that way by sharing that, okay, no, my preparation was lacking, so that someone else does not feel that, okay, this could be a waste of time, right? Being genuine, being loyal, being, kind enough to other people and including me, I could be very helpful to you. And I hope most of you would be aware of that. Because if you reach me offline also, I certainly keep responding a lot of people. So thank you so much, all of them who came back and dropped a comment, and congratulations once again. All right, let me pick up some new questions here. There's another one which says, A, okay, I'm not sure what your name is. Hey, Neeraj sir, your way of explanation and covering all topics, your videos are very helpful and informative. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for that. It really means a lot to me. I'm really, really highly uh, happy right now to see such valuable comments when it comes from any of our participants. Okay, Dreamcatcher says, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Just let me know if you need anything else. Dinesh says, in syllabus, references has been provided. Say in L1, page 16, 1.2.4, defect root causes and effects. Asked to refer expert level test management syllabus. Do we get questions from those references? No, not at all. It's for the people who really want to explore a little beyond. For example, if you see me, I keep telling every individual that keep exploring, go beyond the extent. If you find something more curious, you don't understand it, go and explore on the internet, find out more about it, which will give you that knowledge what you actually need, right? This is where ISTQB also does that, from where they are taking this information or where it is exactly detailed. So, of course, there are a lot of external references, there are a lot of internal references. So, some of the external references are mentioned at the end of the syllabus, and some of the internal references, if it is discussed in a different syllabus, if it is discussed in an advanced level syllabus, then they will highlight that to you. That more about this can be found here. So, only if you are curious to explore, that reference is for that point. Otherwise, they never ask you an expert level question at foundation level, okay, or even advanced level or any other certification. If they are referring, it's just for your reference, but they will not ask you any questions beyond the syllabus. That's why it will be in the brackets. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Dinesh. And if you got anything more, just feel free to drop again. Milin Patel says, hi Neeraj, I passed ISTQB Foundation examination by watching your tutorial videos and reading the book of you. Thank you so much for the videos and the book. Again, congratulations, Milin, and thankful to you for sharing these valuable feedback. It certainly keeps other people inspired that things have been really good here. If you invest a lot of time, it will certainly result into a successful achievement. And I think you referred both the things which I have published right now. One is, of course, my tutorials on the YouTube, and second is my book. So thank you so much for being a watcher, being a viewer of my content, and at the same time, being a reader of my book as well. So thank you so much for this. I would certainly request you, as there are no lot of feedbacks on online portal. So Milind, it's just a small request. If you could come back and share your feedback on the portal from where you bought the book, like maybe Flipkart or Amazon. So if you can just take some time out and share your feedback about the book there, that would be a great help for others again, right? So many people look forward to the reviews before they purchase something. So your feedbacks would be great and helpful to me as well. And thank you once again for sharing your valuable feedback. Milin also says, do you have idea about when I'll have the certificate, as I haven't received any certificate yet? So again, Milin, if you have taken it from ITB, ITB takes 8 weeks of time to deliver the certificate to your doorstep, because they send you all these framed hard copy of the certificate. Okay, they don't send you a digital one. It's ITB which always prefers to send you the hard copy of it through courier, but they take some time. So 8 weeks, within 8 weeks, you should receive it. So please get in touch with ITB to follow up around 7th or 8th week from your result date. Okay. Ramesh is here. Ramesh says, I'm working as senior tester in a leading MNC and having 11 years of experience. I'm 45 plus at this point. Is ISTQB required? Um, ISTQB is kind of, a part of your testing journey, I would say, Ramesh. Uh, Believe me or not, when you showcase your profile to any individual or any organization, right, they look forward to ask you a few things, right? And at the same time, if your profile showcases on the top before your objective that I'm an ISTQB certified test manager. ISTQB is a global recognition, internationally recognized certification. So when organizations looks at you, they say that okay, fine, this guy is a manual tester and he is not an automation tester. So I cannot ask him for any certification on like load runner, Selenium, or UFT. He's a manual tester, assume that. But he is experienced, qualified, like 10 or 11 years of experience. At this point, you say that I'm at least certified for what I do. Being a senior test engineer, I have qualified myself to become a manager in testing, right? The test manager. So that certificate will certainly add a lot of value. And not when you are in a company. Of course, being in a company, playing that role, being a manager, being a senior test engineer does not really require you to be certified. But if you have certifications, when you jump over to another organization, you never know that leading MNC may keep it as a criteria. And that time you would say, oh, that's not something which I can do overnight. It needs preparation, it needs an examination to be passed. And that time, if you miss a good opportunity, it is certainly going to be sad for everyone, including me. If you come back and tell me, you know what, Neeraj, I lost a great opportunity because of the certification. So that's where it will help you, right? So I hope you got your point then. Start looking forward to be certified. See, whatever you do, be an artist, be a painter, whatever you are, but being accredited for your work, globally recognized for your work, is certainly going to add value. No questions asked on that, right? So you have to start with foundation. Yes, Ramesh. The stepping stone is foundation, and now after foundation, you can directly approach the test analyst or test manager certification, any one of them, or you can take both of them as well. And this is my hobby. I keep taking certifications. Okay, we have another one coming in from Tahir. Tahir says, "Hi Neeraj, hello. Do you have plans to upload new questions related to ISTQB AUT software tester? Examine new features, near future. Uh, New questions again. See, we, especially me. Okay, I would not say we. I just pick up those things which are genuine from the board. Okay, and board certainly gives us a mock paper which will be discussed as a part of the syllabus itself, like few of them, not all of them. Creating beyond that requires a thinking like the board, right? And requires a lot of effort because you have to be well within the syllabus, you have to follow the real exam pattern, and at the same time, you have to follow the protocols like exam distribution, question distribution from the chapter, and should be meeting that standard. If I create a silly paper, you may create an assumption that Neeraj is telling me that this is going to be the standard paper. No, I don't want to create that confusion in short span of time. So I would certainly need a lot of time to create a mock paper. And moreover, being a kind of accredited trainer or instructor, we are not supposed to share our knowledge in that area critically. Because one or the other way, we might sometime publish the real paper also. So that's where we are restricted a bit. But yeah, I can come up, but not in the near future. I need some bandwidth. I need to have some availability and time to think about the questions to create it and then publish it. And has to be evaluated, right? It just can't be published like other portals. All those blog spots and websites which you see when you go to ISTQB Foundation are fake. They're not even having updated, questions as per the syllabus. They don't even have the right answers. So I'm not one among them who will do that. So that's why I wouldn't want to make any fake promises to you here. Near future, sorry, can't be expected. But yeah, maybe on a long run, when AUT becomes more popular among the AUT automotive engineers, then certainly I can do that for them. So we need, again, an audience to look forward to that. So may take some time. Okay. I'm so sorry to say that, Tyre, but I know your need for this should be very urgent, but I may not be able to help you right away on this. All right, we have DI. Okay, hi, Neeraj. I'm preparing for ISTQB Advanced Test Manager for next year. Could you please recommend some textbooks? Okay, I'm not sure if there are any specific textbooks which I can actually recommend to you, but you must find a book from the renowned author. So, which is, let me just check the title of it. Ah, this is by, of course, Rex Black. Rex Black is one among those popular ISTQB authors who has been writing papers from a long time. And that's only the one book which is available in the market right now. And Rex Black is only the person who generally writes all these advanced level books. In fact, I have not written an advanced level book. So you can go for it. There's a book available on Amazon, and Amazon calls it as Advanced Software Testing version 2 and Guide to Help ISTQB Advanced Certification as an Advanced Test Manager. Okay, published on 26 September 2014 and could cost you around 2,600 or something, which I'm currently looking at on my screen. So yeah, Rex Black is the author, and the book could be searched by ISTQB Test Manager, and you can refer that. But yeah, certainly it will have a lot of content beyond the syllabus, just like my tutorials. Sure, you're welcome. Tahir says no problem, and thanks for the answer. You're welcome, Tahir. Okay, team, I think I'm pretty much caught up with all the questions on the deck right now. Looking forward to more questions. So if you got one, feel free to drop them, and I will be more than happy to respond to you. As of now, we are 20 minutes past our session, waiting for more people to drop their comments, drop their questions, and let's talk about it in more detail. Also, I'm planning to come up with some, open discussions on certain topics. Probably like I thought of doing it, as a lot of people were asking me, why don't you talk about some generic topics as well? Like, a lot of things within testing itself, like what is a career of an automation tester, how to become an automation tester, what kind of tools are good right now. So I'm planning to do it in a form of live session where I'll be probably, I'm not sure again on the timeline, nothing, everything is in kind of very planning state. So, but this will kick off right in this month, somewhere at the end of this month. So I'm planning to do kind of, fortnightly live seminar or kind of webinar where people can certainly listen to related topics of testing, like what makes you a great QA, what makes you an automation tester. So a lot of people have these questions, as again, these are all collected from the comment boxes. A lot of people come back to me and say that what it really takes for a non-IT graduate to become a software tester, or what it takes for a non-IT professional to become a core tester, right? A lot of people say that what do we need to learn or look forward to transform from manual to automation testing? So all these things were collected for months together, and then I thought how to answer these questions, and that's where I preferred that let's do it as a webinar, which will be helpful to everyone. Again, beyond this channel, beyond this audience, and help them to understand everything, right? So this is where I'm planning. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you think that should be a good idea, do drop a comment there. And also, do let me know if you have suggestions for certain topics, because I would certainly need the topics from you, what you're looking forward to. So please do let me know at any point of time if you have any suggestions for the topics, and I'll pick it up from there. Okay. All right. Ramesh says, which book and course I can check for foundation level? Ramesh, of course, foundation level, you do have a book from Dorothy Graham. The reason I'm starting with Dorothy Graham because Dorothy Graham was one of the book which I referred for my certification at the foundation level. But now you do have another good author in the market called as Neeraj Kumar Singh. So you can also look forward to my book, which is slightly crisper than Dorothy Graham book and will be more to the point with more layman level example, which is not going to drive you more on a technical side. But my book comes with more of like layman level where anyone can understand it. So I just didn't title it as software testing for dummies, but yes, It's very, very, very reliable, very, very easy to understand, self-explanatory, and could be very helpful in helping you to learn the concepts easily and guide you to the examination. So the reason I'm saying that, and I'm recommending my book here, because you already have 11 years of experience. You don't need to learn the concepts. You just have to align yourself to the syllabus. So that can be the best thing. But Dorothy Graham comes with more detailed, more lot of things because they treat, okay, when a fresher learns this book, then they should get every knowledge. So you don't need that detailed things. And mine is cheaper than the one. Anyways, so it's your choice. You have two options. I certainly recommended Dorothy Graham first, then my book. But please look forward to your opinion and go ahead. May I know your WhatsApp or email for getting clarifications? Sorry, I don't share my WhatsApp or emails publicly, but if you really want to reach out to me, there are several ways to reach out to me. You just have to explore on my description. Okay, we have Apurva says PCS ISTQB Foundation level Agile tester extension. How much it will cost, sir? By the way, you are doing such a beautiful work, which is much patient. More power to you. Thank you, sir. You are certainly welcome for all this feedback, and thank you once again from my side for sharing this. For BCS, I think we can certainly quickly check that. Let me just try it for you because I'm not sure. Prices keep changing sometime. BCS, ISTQB, Agile, tester, cost. And what do we see? No, I don't see that. Yeah, it's BCS, right? So BCS is here. Let me see if they have the prices online because I'm not sure if I know about them. They don't share the prices online. This is BCS. No, we don't see a price tag on their course. Sorry, you have to reach out to BCS to get the exact cost. Oh yeah, I see. It's 198 euros. Yeah. Sorry, not euros, it's pound. So it's 192 pounds. I could cut that. So it's 192 pounds. You can pick up the examination. Sure, you're welcome. And thank you so much for your lovely feedbacks. All right, we have Manib here. Yes, it will be an excellent idea. Thank you for your suggestion there and feedback. Manib will be getting started very shortly. I'm just in the planning stage for this week. Next week, we'll be drafting some of the quick topics and the outline, how exactly the webinar will go with, what will be the duration and content and a lot many other things. And probably your first webinar may happen next week or next to next week also. So again, looking at the audience expectations, the topics, we may decide the frequency of those webinars. Apurva says, sir, can you mention books for BCS ISTQB Agile Extension Foundation? Again, Agile Extension Foundation, you would find some good books in the market. Again, you may have Dorothy Graham helping you there. And there is another book which I personally bought, but that was not so good. Okay, what do you see? We see there's only one person who has written the book for it, and that's not so detailed. It's more of like syllabus driven. So I don't think you have any specific good book on Agile tester as of now. You never know, but yeah, it may take some time. I may publish another book. Right now, you don't have any specific books. You can depend on the syllabus if you want to, and my tutorials, which will help a lot. Okay, Ramesh says thank you. Apurva says thank you. D says, did each ISTQB member from different country generate own questions for exam? No. It's okay. If I see it from that point, like generate own set of questions, yes. The papers are not distributed internationally. Okay, so the board creates the examination questions. They have the rights authority to prepare the exam paper, but it has to be within the ISTQB syllabus. So the examination which you take today in ITB and the exam which you take in STB, or if you exam you take in BCS, will be different on the same day because the board creates the local paper depending on the understanding. But everything, all these bodies, country member boards, will be aligning to the official syllabus. So no matter which body you take from, the examination is still from the same syllabus which everyone learns. So no difference on that. But yeah, the papers will be on created by the country specific boards. Okay, so kind of pretty much here. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up, team, if you're happy with the service and my responses. Only if you're happy. If you're not happy, that's fine. Just leave it. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much caught up with all the questions. We are 30 minutes past our live session. We have another 30 minutes to go from this session. And this session is all about, just for people who are joining in recently, this live session is all about answering your queries. We don't have any specific topics to discuss. It's more about helping people to get their queries resolved, answering their quick questions and doubts related to software testing. So feel free, if you've got a question, drop a comment and I'm here. All right, Apurva also adds, needed sir, one more help. Can you make some generic videos on test manager like qualities and how to deal with team? I may be promoted soon to that position, sir. So congratulations, first of all, if you're expecting to be promoted to the test manager. That's really a great thing to be heard by a viewer here. And certainly I can add more about it. Thank you for giving that suggestion. You may see that video coming up soon, probably by next week. And I may include that in an additional playlist. And if you see, there's a playlist which I already parked in my channel, but did not get enough time to create some tutorials for that. But again, keeping these quick queries, I can certainly create a small video talking about it. Accept it. All right, so Apurva also says, do videos on Jira, Confluence, also Agile methodology in general. All right, Apurva, now this I can answer right away. Your answer lies here. If you check out the comment, I have another channel called as Testing in Nutshell. If you have not heard of it, I have a lot of videos on Jira there. I have a lot of videos on Agile and a lot of other things which you would find interesting. So go ahead and look forward to that channel also. And that belongs to me again. I just separated the ISTQB tutorials and other tutorials of testing in two different channels. So a lot of people don't know about my other channel, but yeah, we got around 1,600 subscribers right now there, but it's doing it. So just for your information, you can look forward to that. Okay, all right, you're welcome. We got Sampath. Sampath says, which resources do you recommend for ISTQB Foundation level? I've started watching your tutorials online as a reference and understanding the concepts quite well. That's very good to see, first of all, that when you say going through the videos are helping you to understand the context and the concept. So that should be really good to understand that you are referring your right material. But if you want to refer anything beyond this, number one suggestion is the official copy of the syllabus. Okay, the official copy of the syllabus is just not an outline, it's just not a TOC. It certainly discusses everything what you really need to know. If you still don't feel happy or satisfied with the official syllabus content, then I want you to look forward to a book, okay, which can be one of the book written by Dorothy Graham, or you can also refer another book written by a great author, Neeraj Kumar Singh. That's me. Anyways, so you can look forward to that book as well. I also have written a book on the ISTQB Foundation, which is again getting a little slight hype in the market recently. The second thing is beyond that, the additional material which you can refer is the official mock papers. On istqb.org, you have 3 mock papers which are released by the board itself, which will give you the complete idea that what type of questions will be asked to you from each chapter during the examination. And if you are done till there, the tutorials, the book, the syllabus, so book or syllabus, anything is fine, up to you, you can decide that, and the mock papers. So three things, if you can go through, you don't need anything else to do for your preparation. Trust me, thousands of people have reported to me that the tutorials was more than enough to pass the examination. But again, everyone has their own way of learning things. Everyone has their own way of understanding the concepts. So no comparison. Go ahead with what you best understand with. Okay, so these are the three things what you would need to completely understand the concepts and pass the examination if you really want to refer them. Videos of my channel. Second is, of course, the official syllabus or the book, pick up anyone. And third is the mock papers, which you'll find on the istqb.org. I hope that answers your question, Sampath. And if you have anything more, just feel free to drop them below. Okay. Anyone else looking forward to more? And yes, I was just highlighting that to Apurva. Testing in Nutshell is my another channel. And there we talk about beyond the ISTQB certification, because a lot of people came back to me saying that, why do you do only ISTQB? Why don't you talk about the tools? Why don't you talk about other concepts, automations, and a lot of things? I said, yeah, sure. But if I try doing that on the same channel, a lot of people will start thinking that I no longer talk about ISTQB, because daily updates, right? Things changes, context changes. And the people who have subscribed, they say that, okay, this guy is not going to talk about ISTQB any longer. So I didn't want to confuse my audience. Thus, I created a second channel. And there I only talk non-ISTQB content and cover most of the testing tools. So the work is in progress. We're going to have new playlists starting very soon on that channel as well. Currently, we have a lot of content. We have ALM, we have UFT, we have Load Runner, we have Jira, we have Agile concepts, and we have manual testing concepts. So a lot of content for you to watch and certainly learn from that as well. Okay, so yes, team, look forward to more questions. If you have one, do not hesitate, drop it below, and I'm here looking forward to responding to you. Sampa says, thank you. It was a great explanation. It's always my pleasure to give you a detailed answer, not just to the point. Because detailed answer just gives you justification that should I go for it or not. Because I believe suggestions or recommendations must be always detailed. Okay, it's not okay. Go for this book. What that book contains, is it really helpful? What are the pros and cons? Right. So detailed recommendation is always helpful for someone to take a call on it. Okay, we have got Denise again sharing, referring through questions. Certain questions answers seems to me that all are correct. For this, what should need to be done? Please help. Okay, first of all, none of the questions. Okay, let me start from the beginning, from the scratch. First of all, you have to verify which source you are referring the questions from. If it is anything other than ISTQB, it can be unreliable for sure. I can justify you. You pick up any website, any portal, and I can pick you those questions and help you that they are certainly out of the syllabus or confusing. So the very first thing starts with which source you are referring. Second, if you are testing or looking forward to the official mock papers, say from ISTQB, and still you say me that I get confused or I see most of the answer or most of the options are same or similar or correct, then it's a problem with the understanding. Being very straightforward. Because none of the official paper questions are confusing, are conflicting, or seems to be correct. It's just that you are missing one or the important word. One or the other important keyword in that option. That's why you are feeling that all the four options look similar. So, but there will be at least one word which changes the meaning and makes it wrong. This is where, to help these type of problems, I'm exclusively creating a playlist only to talk about the sample questions. And I'm going to talk about every single question in all the three mock papers. So please look forward to that, Dinesh. And I think now you got your answer. So it certainly lacks that observation or lacks that understanding, which is creating that assumption that all the options are correct? No. There will be at least one word which will tell you that no, I'm not correct. Don't pick me up. The options will shout out to you that no, I'm not correct until unless you read that word. If you read that word carefully or you have a good understanding of that topic, the right answer will be quite visible, big and bold. Okay, so please follow my new playlist. I've got 2 videos already with 8 questions. So look into that. You will get a lot of insight that what exactly one need to do while answering an examination question. You'll get a lot of inputs. Okay, sure, Dinesh. Okay, yes, team. Anyone else looking forward to more questions? We are 20 minutes away from closing our live session for today. And if you have a question, do not hesitate. Just drop it here. I'm looking forward to answer as many questions as possible. Okay, we got Sheshagiri saying, does ISTQB Foundation syllabus for automotive testing domain is different? If yes, how to prepare for it? Oh yes, of course. The automotive tester certification syllabus is completely different than the foundation. It's just that that's a foundation level of automotive. This is generic, not related to a domain. So we have ISTQB Foundation, which is CTFL, and this is generic, non-domain specific, and automotive is of course specific to the domain. So the syllabus are different. So automotive tester, you have to go through the automotive syllabus. And how to prepare for it? I just have wonderful answer for that. I have got a playlist on automotive testing, the same official syllabus, ISTQB Automotive Tester Certification. Go through that playlist and you will get everything what you need to pass the examination. All the best. Should you have anything else, feel free to drop below. Okay, we got another one from Santosh. Santosh says, hi sir, could you please assist me to get ISTQB Foundation level certification? Well, why not? I'm here for that. So Santosh, if you're looking forward to get certified with ISTQB Foundation, you all have to start as look forward to the playlist on my channel called as ISTQB Foundation 2021, and that will guide you through all the preparation you need to do. Okay, so you have to learn the concepts, align yourself towards the syllabus, pick up some mock papers from the official website, and try to answer them to get an understanding how much you have understood, how much more you need to prepare. But pick up the mock papers once you are done with all the tutorials. Don't go chapter wise, don't go step by step or now and then. Complete all the learnings first and then go through the mock papers. And third thing, if you get confused, if you get conflicts, if you get any doubts, drop a comment below. I'll be always there to assist you, or be a part of this live session, which happens every Saturday between 7 to 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and we connect here to answer your queries. So you got everything what you need to pass your ISTQB Foundation level. All the very best, Santosh. Shagri says, thanks for your answer, sir. You're welcome, Shagri. Shesagiri. It's not Sheshagiri, it's Sheshagiri. Santosh says, thank you so much, sir. Can you please suggest a portal for the mock papers? Yeah, it's the ISTQB portal itself. If you go to istqb.org, go to the certifications, you would find the page which contains all the mock papers. Let me drop that link right here, which will be a little helpful to you. So, ta-da, here you go. All right, we got another Santosh here. Says ISTQB certificate is valid outside India. It is internationally valid, globally valid, because the ISTQB itself says International Software Testing Qualification Board, which means it is internationally valid. So again, I'm really happy to say that again and remind all of you that no question is big or small. It's just a question for you. Let it be anything. Just ask me that, whatever you have in the mind. I'm really happy to pick up any simple questions as well and respond to you, because a question is always a question. You might be new to the body, you might be new to the certifications, and you may have different questions, right? So this is why I'm here. Dinesh says, how many K levels do we have to cover? K3 or K4? Oh, probably didn't get it exactly. How many K levels do we have to cover? No, it's as per the syllabus. So if the syllabus covers K1, K2, K3, K4, then you have to go for all four. You have to cover everything in the syllabus, right? There's nothing optional. I'm not sure if I get your question correctly. If not, please elaborate it, what you exactly meant. It's just that some of the syllabus have only limited K levels. For example, ISTQB Foundation has K1, K2, K3. ISTQB Test Manager has K2, K3, K4, and more is on the K4 rather than K2. So K1 does not exist. So again, depending on the syllabus, they will tell you in the beginning what type of K levels they have in the syllabus. That is knowledge level. Okay, if in case I did not answer you appropriately, Dinesh, please drop me a question once again. Harika says, any reference book for ISTQB Foundation level? Yes, of course. You can look forward to Dorothy Graham. Okay, Dorothy Graham is one of the oldest and popular books in the market so far. And second is Neeraj Kumar Singh. You can also look forward to that author to look forward to a great book. Okay, we have Lily here. Lily says, hi, how valuable is the test manager certification industry? Very valuable. Trust me, I've got so many calls just because I'm certified, but did not meet their expectations on the number of experience, like number of years. They just told me that we were looking for a certified test manager, and we wanted someone really experienced to run the organization. Okay, run the test organization. And they just told me, you're quite young to be called as a test manager. So I could not get that opportunity, but yes, really. So test managers are really a criteria in a lot of the different parts of the world. So if you get one, it's really going to add a lot of value. All right, Denise says, I find so I got it. Thank you. Harika says, thank you. You're welcome. Monip says, hi Neeraj, is unit testing part of software tester role? No, generally performed by the developers, and they have their own techniques to look forward to it. Okay, but yeah, you should be aware of what is unit testing, and you can certainly, sometime required, you can do internally your component test and all. So you should just know how to differentiate between them, but generally performed by the developers. Lily says, awesome, thanks for the motivation. You're always welcome, Lily. I'm here to motivate people and help them understand the concepts. Feel free to ask me any questions in the near future as well. Santosh says, sir, one more question. Can I go for Agile Foundation certification without having ISTQB Foundation level certification? Is it proper decision? It's not a decision, it's a criteria. You cannot go for Agile unless you are ISTQB Foundation certified. It's a criteria by the board. So ISTQB Foundation is a prerequisite for Agile or any other certification in ISTQB. So it has nothing to do with your or my decision. It's a criteria. You have to go through ISTQB Foundation before you hit any other certification. You see, we got another 15 minutes or kind of like 12 minutes from this session. If you got more questions, do not hesitate. Just drop a question here. This live session is only to answer your questions and help you understand the context and the concepts. If you got one, if this is the platform where you can get it clarified. So just feel free and drop your query, and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. Just don't forget to drop a thumbs up if you're really happy with the responses and the service which our channel is doing to answer your questions. And it's mainly to reach out to as many people as possible. Yes, of course, I'm asking you to like the video, to reach out to n number of people so that they can also ask you their questions, because none of the channel, none of the portal does a free service to answer the questions. They certainly look forward to people to join a course, join a training with them to get the answers. So I think I'm the only one who is doing this as a part of this online session where I'm helping people. So I want you to spread the word that if there are people who are looking forward to queries, doubts and clarification related to testing, related to certification, please direct them to this particular live session where they can get their queries resolved. And we don't skip any questions here. Okay? We answer every single question here. All right, 10 more minutes to go from this live session, team. Make most out of this remaining 10 minutes. Go ahead and drop your questions if you have one. If you don't have one, just stay long, listen to others' questions, which will certainly add a lot to your understanding. And not only the questions, if you've got a feedback, you've got a recommendation, you've got a suggestion for the channel to add more value to your learning, you're free to do that also as a part of this live session. Feel free to drop me any suggestion, recommendation, any kind of idea which you want us to hear from us, and I would certainly look into that, review it, and add more value. Okay, we got Kadir here. Kadir says, advanced test analyst uses. It's more for a person who wants to be a qualified test analyst. Generally, a test analyst is responsible for leading a functional test team, kind of like a senior test engineer, but also at the same time, you are a team lead or a test lead. So if you are certified with test analyst, it would certainly be kind of very helpful for you to get that position. And a lot of countries, a lot of companies look forward to test analyst as a criteria to hire the senior test engineers or the test leads. Okay, so yes, a lot of scope for that. Khadr, there's no comparison between the bodies. It just depends on which country you are in. So if you are in Singapore, I would say Singapore Testing Board. If you are in, say for example, Saudi Arabia, I would say Saudi Arabian Software Testing Board. So ISTQB is just American Testing Board, and ISTQB is the body. ISTQB also falls under ISTQB for your kind information. ISTQB is a country-specific board, not the body which governs that. ISTQB is the body which governs it. ISTQB is just like Singapore Testing Board, Indian Testing Board, Malaysian Testing Board. It's just another country board. So you cannot compare between ISTQB versus ISTQB. ISTQB is a subset of ISTQB. Okay, did I miss anything here? Yes, Lily said, hi, is doing the examinations via ISTQB more valuable than, okay. I hope you got your answers there. It's just the same thing. So you can pick it up, it's under that. So you will still have that logo on your certification which says ISTQB is one which recognizes your ISTQB certifications. Now, as far as you're in America, you should be fine with the ISTQB. That's the only country board which you can pick up. Or you have Canadian Testing Board right next to you. So these are the only options. Santosh says, thanks, so can I take a test from outside India also already? I registered in Portal already, but I could not give a test when I was in India. If you have already registered in the portal, that will not be concerned. You have to re-register if you want to take up in any other country. It's just that you need to have a local address in that particular country to take up the examination. That's something very crucial. So you just can't say, I am settled in India and I want to take up in ISTQB. No, you need a local address there, at least somebody who stays there. You can use somebody's address, and you need probably like kind of a proof that which says it's your address for some references or kind of care of, right? But you need an address, a physical address in that country to take up the examination from there. And it's only for those countries which do not have a country-specific board. For example, Dubai, UAE, United Arab Emirates do not have a country-specific board. So they can take it up from anywhere and your address does not matter. Okay? So again, you can take outside India, subjected you have an address there. One more question, what's the minimum duration for preparing for ISTQB Foundation? It's completely dependable on your understanding, and preparation depends how well you understand the concept. So some people finish it up in 10 days, some people do it in 15 days, some people even take 30 days to prepare. So it's completely dependent on you, how long you really take to prepare. But on an average, 10 to 15 days would be more than enough to prepare for the certification and hit the examination. Okay, Nancy says, "Hi sir, your videos are very concise and to the point. It helped me to pass the foundation level examination with good marks. I'm going through your mobile testing tutorials to take up that certification. Kudos your effort." Thank you so much, Nancy, for taking some time out and joining this live session just to let us know that you succeeded with your certification. So congratulations, Nancy, and I'm really thankful to you for joining in here and sharing your feedback with all of us, because not only me, there are many others who will be inspired with this suggestion that yes, the content is really helpful for them as well. So I really appreciate your presence here and your comment which you just dropped. A lot of people will view this live session post completion as well, and they would find this comment that yes, there are real users saying that the content will be helpful for them. So thank you for recommending my content to a lot of people around the world. And I wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors. Okay, Lily, I think you got the answer for that. What is the hardest exam? Hardest exam is the one which you asked me the first, the test manager, because it's completely scenario driven and may have more than one option correct. So you will be given with 5 or 6 options, and you need to pick up 2 or more options to answer your question correctly. So, and it's completely scenario based, real time scenarios. So you need to be really highly skilled and aware of all the concepts to answer that examination. Okay. Uh, Munib says, "Does a software tester do white box testing? And can technical test analyst do white box testing? Is white box not the dev only?" Okay, first of all, can a software tester do white box testing? Very well. Software tester can very well perform white box testing, subjected they have the access and knowledge of the coding layer or the backend. If they have the knowledge, they can very well perform, as far as it includes their responsibility there. A technical test analyst comes from a non-functional background, and non-functional testings requires coding knowledge and the backend understanding, because more of the architecture, more of the coding, more of the development interaction. So technical test analyst is not a functional tester, is a non-functional tester, and all the non-functional levels require you to know the coding standards. Okay, so yes, I hope that answers your question there. Harika says, "Do I need any programming language for ISTQB Foundation?" No, you really, literally do not need to know any programming languages as per the latest syllabus to answer your ISTQB Foundation. Sheshagiri says, "Thanks for the answer, sir. You're welcome." Santosh Kumar says, "Thanks, Neeraj sir, for your motivation, and your videos are really helpful for the people who want to get certified. Thank you so much for your valuable and wonderful comment. It means a lot to me. It just keeps me inspired to keep up the good work and keep helping people like you across the world." Kader says, "Is there any paid training provided by you, sir? If yes, then please let us know when it will start." Okay, there are some paid trainings which I conduct once in a month because I don't have more than that. So I generally do just one session in a month where I do a paid session, which is quite nominal. It's just like around 3,000 per head is what I charge, and which is nothing compared to any other organization. And based on my knowledge, what I really shared here. So yeah, we do that, but the dates will be disclosed to you on my community page of the channel. So please stay tuned to my YouTube posts. So if you really want to be a part of that session, you can look forward to it. So it will be a 2 days, full day session, like 9 to 6. And there we cover a lot of content in detail beyond the videos. Beyond the videos, of course, 16 hours video or 16 hours tutorial, which will certainly add a lot of value to your learning. Okay, but just stay tuned to community page where you'll get the updates for it. Munib says, "Thank you." Denise says, "Thanks a lot for such informative sessions. It's always my pleasure. That's why I join live here, to look forward to the queries and respond to them. It's really a great pleasure answering questions of the, our viewers, so that they feel more satisfied that this person does not just deliver something, but really has the knowledge to respond to our queries as well. That's called a full support. There are many channels where we see a lot of comments saying that this person just copy paste things or just reads the data but does not have any answers to any questions. So we just wanted to make sure that we provide full support. All right, I hope you saw that. That's where we hit the clock and we completed an hour of our live session. And again, we had really continuous talking today. I'm really happy because I don't want to waste my time being idle on this live session without any questions. I should be continuously talking for an hour and answering as many questions as possible. So I felt really happy, though my jaws are aching, but I'm really happy that I'm consistently talking and helping everyone to answer all the questions which we got so far. And thanking every individual who could join us, ask their questions to contribute to this live session because this live session is incomplete without an audience, without participation by having a question in the chat box. So thank you so much, every individual here, for joining in and asking your questions to me. And I'm just really happy to respond to them. As usual, at the end, what we say, that's all from this particular live session, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment that below. I'm always here to respond to your queries and help you understand that. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, keep understanding the context. Thanks for being a part of this video, team, and happy learning. Stay safe, take care, see you next weekend, and happy learning, team. Bye-bye.